Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of the website ROI tip. This week I want to talk about conversion rate optimization. The last few weeks have been specifically talking about COVID-19 and how to cope with that with your business at this time. I think we're now 5 weeks into this lockdown and we've covered things pretty well there. But I really wanted to talk in particular about conversion rate optimization because it's important. I was on a webinar, recorded webinar the other day with Unilock, and this was one of the things that we talked about. Conversion rate optimization is basically the process of making it more likely that your visitors to your website are going to take the action that you want them to take. In other words, convert into a lead or convert into an opportunity or take some step that you want them to take that is one step closer to buying something from you or giving you money. So this pyramid here is a visualization of how we recommend to our clients where to focus first if you want to get the best return on investment. And really, it's a pyramid. It starts at the bottom. You have to have a solid foundation in order to build upon that and get really good results. So a conversion rate optimized website is the #1 most important thing that you can do to start moving toward a higher return on investment and generating more revenue for your business. What that means is really making the website better, just making it do a better job of converting visitors into opportunities. Why is it important? I've illustrated it here. Like, for example, if you have 100 visitors to your website and your website converts 3% of those visitors into leads or opportunities, that means that out of 100 visitors, you're going to get 3 kicks at the can, if you will. If you have an 8% conversion rate, on the other hand, you're going to have a 267% increase. That's how many more opportunities you'll get because you get 8. You get 8 instead of 3 leads, and that's 267% improvement just by making some improvements to your website. Now, an article posted a few years ago by Larry Kim, the founder of WordStream, reported that the average conversion rate in all of WordStream network, which is they manage Google pay-per-click advertising campaigns. So out of all the websites, all the web landing pages that they were managing, they had a 2.35% measured conversion rate. So there's a couple factors there. One, you have to be able to measure all the conversions on your website. So anytime somebody fills out a form, downloads something, makes a phone call, or even lands on a particular page that is an end goal, you want to track that. That results in your conversion rate. So it's a few years old now. I know that the average conversion rates have improved somewhat over the last couple of years by 1 or 2%. There's still a lot of very underperforming websites that are not converting as many leads or visitors as they could be. So if you look at that average, a few years old, 2.35%, at that time, the top 25% of all web pages were converting 5.31%, and the very best, the top 10%, were converting at 11.45%. And Larry Kim likes to talk about unicorns and everybody standing out as a unicorn, but that was 5 times the average. So if you're converting at 11.45%, you have a 5-time better performing website or web landing page than your competitors. Now, it's important to note that every page of your website is a landing page. Anybody can land anywhere on your website. This software, WordStream, is in particular pay-per-click management software. So it's only paid traffic, and it's only landing them on specific dedicated landing pages that are identified by their software. It's set up that way. So the landing pages are optimized. Sometimes they're not well optimized. But the fact is, if you're getting organic traffic, they can be landing anywhere on your website. So every single web page should be treated as its own landing page because people can land anywhere. Even your blogs, they can land on those, and it's important to have calls to action. That's why when we build websites for our clients, we're always optimizing every web page for conversion optimization. So just to further illustrate the difference of 3% versus 8% conversion rate, let's say you had 1,000 visitors in any particular period of time. It could be over the course of a month or a week or a day for that matter, or several months. We don't know. It depends on the business. But out of those 1,000 visitors, if you have a 3% conversion rate, that means you're going to get 30 leads. If you have the ability to convert those leads 30% of the time, so 10 of those, so out of those 30 leads, 10 of them result in a qualified sales meeting or an appointment or something along those lines. And then you have a 20 to 30% closing rate on your sales approach. That means you're going to make 2 or 3 sales on that 1,000 visitors. But if you go and you make some changes, improvements to your website and increase the conversion rate for the same amount of traffic, 1,000 visitors, you're getting 80 leads at the exact same rate of converting those leads into qualified opportunities. You're going to get 26 opportunities. And at the same closing rate, where you're closing 20 to 30% of those, you're going to end up with 5 to 8 new customers, sales. Now, when you think about the average sale or the average lifetime value of a customer, so someone comes to you, maybe they're going to buy only once. Certain businesses are like that, and they might spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on one purchase or less. But sometimes, maybe it's a lower dollar value item, but they're going to buy it every few months, or they're going to buy it every few years, right? So you need to figure out what is the average lifetime value of a customer. And then take that figure and say, okay, so if I had a 3% conversion rate and I'm getting 2 or 3 sales from them, what is my gross revenue? In this example, $30,000 average revenue per customer means that at a 3% conversion rate, you're going to end up with about $60,000 to $90,000 in gross sales during that period of time. Again, be it a week, a month, a year, whatever, it's 1,000 visitors. Compare that to an 8% conversion rate where you have now 5 to 8 sales, and you're getting $150,000 to $240,000 in gross revenue in that period of time. Once again, what if you could increase your revenue by that much every single month just by making some improvements to your website before you even invest in driving any new traffic to it? This is why this is the very baseline. We do this with all our customers. We're either rebuilding their website, or we're making significant improvements on their existing website so they can have a greater likelihood of getting more revenue, more value from their existing visitors. And then after that, we go about driving more visitors. So what can you do about it? We're going to, I'm going to upload a link with this emailer that goes out to download a conversion rate optimization checklist. So I encourage you to go through that. If you don't know what your current conversion rate is, you need to set that up. You need to go into Google Analytics. You can set up your goals, your conversion metric goals, so that you can start tracking that. And then you can implement tracking phone numbers on your website so that you can start tracking how many of your visitors are calling you. It's very important metrics. And then if you have what we call lead magnets or downloadable guides and white papers and information that people can sort of opt into your mailing list, those count as conversions, because when you're building that mailing list, you're just essentially getting permission to market to those people for almost free. So it's really worth it to do so. Once you know your conversion rate, then you can go about making improvements to your website and then tracking those changes and metrics with your conversion rate to see how it's improved. Very important, very valuable. It's something we do for all our clients. You can do this yourself. I'm not trying to sell you anything right now, but we would be more than happy to help you. Our office has won multiple World Web Marketing Association awards, as well as through WSI, the franchise network that we're affiliated with. We've won People's Choice Awards. Our average year to date, this year, 2020, increase in conversion rate year over year, up until before COVID-19 started, was 26%. So that means that we improved our conversion rate on our clients' websites by 26% over the same period last year. Why? Because this is something that we're always working on, something we're always improving on, and we're always tweaking on the quality of traffic that we're driving to the websites as well. Conversion rate overall, the overall average for our agency is 9.5%, compared with an industry average overall, again, of just over 9%. We have some clients that are converting into the high teens and some clients that are, in the lower ranges of, 5 or 6%. However, overall, our conversion rates are much higher because we follow these principles. Our search engine optimization traffic for our clients' websites grew 23% in 2019, year over year, compared to 2018. So that, again, that's because of the constant effort that we're putting forth on search engine optimization for our clients. And the fourth quarter of 2019, we saw an 85% increase in leads that were generated for our clients versus the fourth quarter of the previous year. So again, it's something we're always improving on, something we're building upon. You can definitely do this yourself. If you'd like to have a consultation with us, I'd be more than happy to do that with you myself. I'll include a link to my calendar as well if you'd like to set up an appointment. But hopefully this information has been helpful for you. If you have any questions or you would like a consultation, please reach out, and we'll hope to talk to you soon.